केसरी नंदन कष्ट करो हे कृपा निदान, कष्ट करो हे कृपा निदान। मंगल मूरत राम दुलारी, मंगल मूर्ति राम दुलारी। आने पड़े अब तेरे दुआरे, आने पड़े अब तेरे दुआरे। हे बजरंग बली हनुमान, हे महावीर करो कल्याण, हे महावीर करो कल्याण। तेरे द्वारे जो भी आया, खाली नहीं कोई लौट आया। तेरे द्वार जो भी आया, खाली नहीं कोई लौट आया। दुर्गम काज बनावन हारे, दुर्गम काज बनावन हारे। मंगल में दीजो वरदान, मंगल में दीजो वरदान। मंगल मूर्ति राम दुलारी, मंगल मूर्ति राम दुलारी। आने पड़े अब तेरे दुआरे, आने पड़े अब तेरे दुआरे। हे बजरंग बली हनुमान, हे महावीर करो कल्याण, हे महावीर करो कल्याण। तेरा सुमीरन हनुमत बीरा, नासे रोक हारे झब बीरा। तेरा सुमीरन हनुमत बीरा, नासे रोके हारे सब बीरा। राम लखन सीता मन बसिया, राम लखन सीता मन बसिया। शरण बरे काहि जदियान, शरण बरे काहि जदियान। मंगल मूर्ति राम दुलारी, मंगल मूर्ति राम दुलारे। आने पड़े अब तेरे दुआरे, आने पड़े अब तेरे दुआरे। हे बजरंग बली हनुमान, हे महावीर करो कल्याण, हे महावीर करो कल्याण, हे महावीर करो कल्याण। जय श्री राम। Translation. Auspicious palm, beloved of Lord Ram, I have come seeking refuge at your door. O mighty Bajrang Bali, Hanuman, O great warrior, please grant me your blessings. Your glory brightens the three worlds. You ease the sufferings of the distressee. O reversed one, son of Kesari, O remove our troubles, O treasure of compassion, auspicious palm, beloved of Lord Ram, I have come seeking refuge at your door. O mighty Bajrang Bali Hanuman, O great warrior, please grant me your blessings. Whoever comes to your door, whoever comes to your door never leaves empty-handed. You resolve even the most difficult task. Bestow your auspicious blessing. Auspicious form, beloved your Lord Ram, I have come seeking refuge at your door. O mighty Bajrang Bali Hanuman, O great warrior, please grant me your blessings. Chanting your name, O valiant Hanuman, destroys ailments and alleviates all pain. You reside in the hearts of Ram, Lakshman, and Sita. Grant your attention to those who seek your shelter. Auspicious form, beloved of Lord Ram, I have come seeking refuge at your door. O mighty Bajrang Bali Hanuman, O great warrior, please grant me your blessings. Jai Sri Ram, Hare Krishna.
Very nice, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. It was such a wonderful Kirtan. Very, very beautifully sung, Prabhuji. It's very nice. Um, every day, your Kirtan is like becoming like, so pleasing to our ears. Sounds so musical. Very nice. Different songs from different genres you're bringing. Thank you for reading the meanings as well. So I would, like I said before, I would request all of you to come forward. Ekamba Prabhuji, I think, came one day. Lakshmi Mataji, Pushpa Mataji, whichever song, even it could be a small thing to start with. In your comfortable language, you can sing. That will be good for all of us to hear. Right? So Hari Bol to Muthumanika Prabhuji. Thank you so much. So with that, we'll begin our class. So who would like to sing Mangalacharan today? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, may I sing?
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Hari Bol. Every day we can take a turn. Maybe Lakshmi Mataji you can sing tomorrow. Pushpa Mataji the day after. Each day one person can sing Ekamar Prabhuji another day. So you can volunteer and let me know so that we can fix it. I hope that is okay with all of you.
Om.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, nice. Haribol.
Om
So yes,
Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanasalakaya. चक्षुर्उन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकथा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपथकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवां च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगगण रघुनाथान्वितां तं च जीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णापादान् सगगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितां च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणि प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशधारिणे नमो महावदन्नाय कृष्णप्रेमपरादय प्राद्यते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरद्वेषी नामः हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधिका वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरे प्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभय एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा जय श्री कृष्ण
Krishna. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Am I audible?
Yes, Mataji. Yes.
I think there is some trying to change my network. Hare Krishna, is it clear for all of you now?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Wonderful. Hari Bol. Okay. So now we'll begin our class with a quick recap. So can someone tell me what did we cover yesterday?
For the functions in Surat.
What happened in Surat, Prabhuji?
Mr. Bagubai Jarinwala, Prabhupada's host in Surat, had advertised in the local newspapers, and now day after day, the devotees were holding a Kirtana procession through the various sections of the city of Surat.
Very nice. What else happened?
While more than 20 Prabhupada's disciples led the daily procession, thousands of Indians chanted, cheered, and clamored to see Swamiji. Women threw flower petals from rooftops.
Hari Bol. Thank you, Akampal Prabhuji. Thank you for sharing that. Hari Bol. Yeah, Muttumanikam Prabhuji, Lakshmi Mataji, would you like to share something?
Yes, Mataji, the Surat Srila Prabhupada Bhaktivedanta Swami called the city of devotees.
Hari Bol.
And
Yeah.
devotees all are enjoyed with their progression from a procession from morning 7 a.m. It was starting, and all people are mingled with the procession and chanting Hare Nam Sankirtanam. And people are Surat Mayor Vaikunta Sastri made one day holiday for all people to mingle with Harinam Sankirtanam, chanting Hare Krishna. And all today publicity made in Gujarati. And welcome to the American and the European devotees. Like that, and chanting Hare Krishna Sankirtanam, like that they advertise, they made publicity.
Very.
And
what did they plan in Surat? What did they do publicity about?
Publicity means it's
chanting holy name, Mataji.
Okay.
Mataji, and Prabhupada was saying the devotees of Surat, like they are like dry grass, and Kirtana party to be like the torch, and the entire city was in blazing fire because the torch is comparing the dry grass and the torch. Yeah.
Very beautiful.
And he intended, like whatever he intended to see in Surat had happened. So Prabhupada was very happy. Entire city is transformed now. Though they were not willing to follow the achara, sadachar, but they were very appreciative about how Prabhupada is trying to revive the spirituality and the Westerners trying to follow it. So they were very supportive.
Very nice. Very nice. So in Surat, was there any Sadhu Samaj or any official pandal?
No, Mataji. Surat had no such things. Only simply chanting Hare Krishna, and through what the path adopted by the Surat Mayor. And through that only they are chanting Hare Krishna procession. Harinam Sankirtan.
Very nice. Very nice.
And
what were some of the signs in the city which they saw in Gujarati?
Welcome to American and European devotees of Krishna.
Hari Bol. Very nice. It said, welcome to the American and European devotees of Krishna, and welcome to members of the Hare Krishna movement, right? Yeah. So nice. So how did the all the devotees kind of felt who came from the West? What was their feeling?
They got a glimpse of how the world will be when it is taken over by Krishna consciousness.
Very nice. They kind of felt
They got
honored, no? Just a minute.
And then next phase, Prabhupada had taken the new headquarters in Bombay, and there he was planning to launch it in a big way, saying that if we are going to hunt, we should hunt a rhinoceros, so that if we are going to lose, people will just say, "Oh, it was possible." But if it is going to be successful, then he is going to win it. And Prabhupada, though initially the rent was too high and devotees was not having any earning then, still Prabhupada insisted because of its prime location. And Prabhupada had planned for a 11-day Pandar program, and he had like arranged different devotees with different tasks. Shamasundara Prabhu with I think advertisement or something like I'm not sure.
Publicity.
Shyamala to publicity, Tamala Krishna to Pandal arrangement, Giriraja to fundraising, and Madhu Desa to program on stage. Very nice. Beautiful. So, what exactly happened? Like when Prabhupada told about the Pandal festival, the devotees had a lot of doubts in their minds, right? So, what was Prabhupada's reaction to all those doubts?
Prabhupada hated the word impossible, impossible. That word.
He
Yeah.
said it will be found only in Fool's Dictionary.
Sorry, Mataji, go ahead.
He said it will, that word is found in Fool's Dictionary. And being an American, you must show that you can do something wonderful.
Very good. So
He
beautiful.
is encouraging the blind man and the lame man how can help each other and make crossing the road. And blind man can carry the lamb, and the lamb man making the how we have to proceed the path like that. So we can reach.
Beautiful.
If you cooperate, we can reach. We can succeed it.
Beautiful. Hare Krishna. Wonderful. So
Prabhupada
beautifully summed.
saying, Mataji, America had got technology and wealth, and India has got spiritual wealth. So both, if they can come together, and that will be the perfect combination. Two strengths coming together.
Very nice. Haribol. So happy. Yesterday's reading was so inspiring, no? Personally, for us also in our real life. Lots of learnings I took away from the whatever we read. And he clearly gave the message, right? That, impossible is the word in Fool's Dictionary. And he said, in the service of Krishna, nothing is impossible. So that's the message we've also take away for our daily lives. Very nice. And what happened to the Pandal thing? What was the feedback received?
Day by day, it was growing bigger and bigger, Mataji. And the entire city, big personalities, everybody was there. Some coming to have prasadam, some coming to engage in chanting, but on the final day, with Prabhupada's speech and that wedding he planned, initiation, everybody was giving a huge applause. And
It was the biggest public event in Bombay.
Very nice. Yeah. So everybody was very impressed. And what did Srila Prabhupada show to them? Because people were so attached to Prabhupada and ISKCON, one night he showed something to the devotees, right? What was that?
Ratha Yatra video, Mataji.
Flights of
Haribol. Haribol. Yeah, Ratha Yatra in San Francisco. And all the audience got so excited. And Srila Prabhupada also said that we'll hold Jagannath Ratha Yatra in Bombay as well. And everyone started to get excited, cheer, applaud, and all of that. Very nice.
And Shyamasundar Prabhuji, he noticed that when Prabhupada was speaking, he didn't dilute his philosophy at all. And the thought was crossing his mind that had he wanted to flatter the crowd or something, millions would have turned over. But it was quite surprising and astonishing for him to see Prabhupada very firm in his message and not diluting a bit. And he was very strong.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Haribol. Okay. Then where did we conclude? There was one interesting event which happened before thousands of people, right? What was that?
Vedic marriage
Vedic marriage ceremony. Nice. Right.
between
So what was the event which happened?
the Swedish disciple Vegavan and Padmavati, the Australian devotee. She was
Yeah. One is Swedish. Padmavati is an Australian.
Australian, and she was dressed in a red sari and Prabhu in a kurta, and few other disciples getting ready for initiation. So it was looking, she was with a nose ring, typical Indian bride, and everybody was surprised. And Prabhupada said, "This is United Nations, how to unite." And
Yeah. Haribol. So beautiful. Very nice. Haribol, to all of you, you summarized it so well. Muthumanikam Prabhuji, Ekampal Prabhuji, Lakshmi Mataji. It shows the efforts you all take to read and come for the class or to listen in the class. So it means a lot. Haribol.
Your initiation, Mataji.
Sorry, Prabhuji.
definitely Mataji.
Your inspiration to us.
Sure. Definitely. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. I will share the recording of the pending classes also. I've asked Deepti Mataji because I don't have direct access to download. So once I get the recordings, I'll keep sharing it in our WhatsApp.
Okay.
All right, so let's begin our class. I'll share my screen. Whoever would like to read, please raise your hands. So this is where we concluded the class yesterday. So like we read, Prabhupada conducted the Vedic marriage ceremony and initiation before thousands of people. Marriage was between Vegwan, who was Swedish, and Padmavati, who was Australian. They completely enchanted the whole audience. She was with ornate red sari and Indian jewelry, including a nose ring. And he was with white dhoti and kurta and clean shaven head. And 6 brahmacharis were initiated at that time also. Giriraja says the audience was impressed. First of all, they were amazed to see foreign devotees, foreign sadhus. Then on top of that, to see them being initiated, and even more than that, being married in front of 10,000 people. It was overwhelming. So during the ceremony, as Sri Prabhupada made the boy and the girl husband and wife, he mentioned that she was from Australia and he was from Sweden. Then Srila Prabhupada said, "This is the real United Nations," and everyone burst into applause. It's so beautiful. Haribol. So we'll start from here. Okay, I see Muthumanikam Prabhuji's hand raised first. Yes, Muthumanikam Prabhuji, you can start, and then Lakshmi Mataji, you can continue.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. May 1971, Srila Prabhupada prepared for extensive world travel. Although his itinerary was indefinite, his general plan was to travel widely for a few months. Then tour the US, visit London, and then return to India. He had sent disciples to Australia and Malaysia, and he wanted to visit them. He also wanted to go to Moscow and was awaiting a letter for permission from the Soviet government, as he had spread his movement in America, visiting major cities and preaching, and then stationing a few faithful disciples there to carry on. He now expanded his field to include the whole world. Sydney, May 9, 1971. The Sydney devotees were not ready for Prabhupada, as early telegram had informed them he was coming, but a later telegram had said Prabhupada not coming now. A third telegram had come announcing that Bali Mardana, the Australian GVC secretary, was Mataji, please scroll down. Was coming. Was coming. Then a fourth telegram had stated only arriving, and then and the date and the flight number. The devotees had presumed this referred to Pali Mardana, not to Prabhupada. The devotees had taken a small garland and had gone to meet the plane, and when the doors to the customs area opened and Prabhupada himself walked out, they were flabbergasted. A white attache case in his left hand, a cane in his right, and a lightweight chadar around his shoulders. Srila Prabhupada entered the airport. Reporters on hand to interview Pali Mardana came eagerly forward, one of them inquiring why Prabhupada had come to Australia. Replying softly, Prabhupada said he travelled everywhere just as a salesman travels everywhere. A salesman looks for customs wherever he can find them, and Prabhupada was traveling, searching for anyone intelligent enough to accept his message. There is no difference in coming to Australia, he said. The governments had made a demarcation. This is Australia, but we see everywhere as the land of Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Oh, Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Lakshmi Mataji can continue, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna dear devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. These devotees Prabhupada saw knew little of Krishna consciousness. The devotees who had come to Australia originally, Upendra and Bali Mardana, had opened the center and left, returning but rarely. Thus, an entire temple of inexperienced devotees had virtually been left on its own. Since none of the Sydney devotees could lecture well, the daily classes had consisted of readings from Prabhupada's abridged Bhagavad Gita as it is, the only book they had. Yet, their firm faith in Prabhupada compensated for their lack of training. They accepted him as a pure devotee directly in touch with God, and they accepted his book as truth and Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But many practical things they didn't know, such as how to cook, lecture, and worship the deities. They knew Prabhupada wanted them to chant Hare Krishna publicly and distribute Back to Godhead magazines to the people of Sydney, and this they did daily. Despite frequent arrests, they continued with their Sankirtana. Sincerity they had, they only lacked training. Vaibhavi Devi Dasi, Prabhupada installed the deities of Radha and Krishna and initiated disciples on the same day. The initiations came first. He initiated everyone in the temple, anyone who was there, even one boy who had just joined that week and had only come across Krishna consciousness the week before, and people who weren't living in the temple, just anyone who was there and somehow serving. He wanted Krishna consciousness to be established in Australia, so he just initiated everybody. He gave first and second initiations at the same time because, having installed the deities, there had to be some brahmanas. But we didn't know anything. We weren't even ready. The altar wasn't finished. Prabhupada explained to me that we had to string flowers for a garland. The deity was supposed to wear one. I was running up and down the street trying to find some flowers and get some thread, and and make a garland. Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you so much.
Mataji, Danvat. Thank you so much.
Danvat.
Pushpa Mataji can continue, Mataji, and then Ekampar Prabhuji, you can read.
Okay.
Hare Krishna Mataji. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Same with the sacred thread. There was no sacred thread. Prabhupada gave the men, a sacred thread at Brahman initiation, but no one really knew what it was. So I had to run and buy some string. And while Prabhupada was initiating people, I was sitting there in the arena making sacred threads, copying the one that Bali Mardana had taken of himself. I made 5 of them and I was next. After the sacrifice and after I came out of Prabhupada's room, where he had given me the Gayatri mantra, and other devotees said, "You are a Brahmana now, so you have to have a sacred thread too." They told me to make one for myself, which I didn't because someone told me later a woman wasn't supposed to wear one. We just didn't know much. Prabhupada stood with folded hand before the deities of Radha and Krishna he had just installed. After less than a week in Sydney, he was leaving. He knew that the devotees here were not up to the standard required for worshipping Radha and Krishna, and he knew he was taking a risk, entrusting their worship to neophyte disciples. Yet, as an empowered acharya and as a representative of Lord Chaitanya, he had to implant Krishna consciousness everywhere it might take root. The world was in desperate need. If his disciples followed the process he had given them, chanting, hearing, observing regulative principle, he knew they would quickly become purified. He had given an analogy. Although in material life a man must first become a highly qualified lawyer before sitting on the judge bench. And in Krishna consciousness, a sincere devotee is first allowed to sit on the bench to become a Brahman, and later, by the mercy of the holy name and the spiritual master, he become qualified. The devotee in the Sydney, however, were particularly immature, and Prabhupada made an extraordinary request of Radha Gopinath. Now I am leaving you in the hands of the Malay. I cannot take the responsibility. You please guide these boys and girls and give them intelligence to worship you very nicely. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Pushpa Mataji, Danvat pronouns. Very beautiful, right? How Srila Prabhupada is said. Very nice. Ekampar Prabhuji, you can continue, Prabhuji.
Moscow, June 1971. Prabhupada, his secretary, and his servant cleared Soviet customs and immigration quickly and smoothly, and a government tourist guide escorted them by limousine to the Hotel National. The hotel near Red Square, Lenin's tomb, and the Kremlin was expensive and plain. Prabhupada found his room dingy and cramped, with barely space for a bed and 2 chairs. The room for Shamsundar and Aravinda was far away, and Prabhupada decided that Aravinda should share the room with him instead, crowding Prabhupada's room all the more. Aravinda told the hotel manager that they would not eat the hotel fare but would have to cook their own meals. The manager refused at first, but finally allowed them use of the maid's kitchen. That problem solved, my next was getting food. Prabhupada sent Syamasundara out. Across the street, Syamasundara found a milk and yogurt store, but he returned to Prabhupada's room without any fruit, vegetables, or rice. Prabhupada then sent him out again, and this time Syamasundara was gone practically all day, returning with only a couple of cabbages. Prabhupada sent him out the next day for rice. When Syamasundara returned with rice after several hours, Prabhupada saw that it was a poor North Korean variety, very hard. Prabhupada asked for food, but Syamasundara had to hike for miles to the city to find anything fresh. A few red cherries, wherever Syamasundara went, he would have to stand in long queues to purchase anything. Usually, however, someone in the queue would notice that he was a tourist and bring him to the front of the line. everything Shamsundar purchased was with coupons. Prabhupada remained peaceful and regulated, keeping his daily schedule. He would rise early and translate, and in the cool of early morning, he would go out for a walk through the all but deserted streets. Prabhupada, wearing a saffron chadar, strode quickly, Shamsundar sometimes running ahead to photograph him. As they would pass Lenin's tomb, a queue would already be forming. Just see, Prabhupada commented on one morning. That is their God. The people don't understand the difference between the body and the spirit. They accept the body as the real person. Prabhupada appreciated
Hari Bol,
appreciated
Prabhuji.
very good.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam. So we'll conclude with this today and we will continue tomorrow onwards. Because it's 10:10 already. Alright, tomorrow I would request you all to please join sharp 9:15 so that we can start on time because it's a small group. It will be good if you all join by 9:15 so that we can finish also on time. Alright, so tomorrow who would like to sing Kirtan and who would like to sing Mangalacharan?
Mataji, if anybody not singing, then tomorrow I will sing Kirtan.
I'll find out from my grandson tomorrow.
Your grandson will be singing tomorrow, Prabhuji?
I'll find out from him and let you know.
Okay, if he's coming, let me know.
Okay.
Then in that case, Muthumanika Prabhuji, if his grandson comes, let him sing. And you can do the Mangalacharan. Or if his grandson is not coming, then you can sing, Prabhuji.
Okay, Mataji.
Very nice. I would request Pushpa Mataji, Lakshmi Mataji also to come forward and do Mangalacharan and Kirtans. That will be nice. All right. So Hari Bol to all of you. Dandavat Pranams. Vanchakalpa tarubhyascha kripa sandubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Anantakoti Vaishnavindra ki jai, jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Dandavat Pranams. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.